Well, hello. Welcome to a Dark Souls free playthrough. This is the first time I'm going for it. I set up the hotkeys. I think it was quite some time ago because I intended to play this, but then I got distracted. Got on a Heroes of Might and Magic free bend, and here I am. So we're going to go with new game and create our character.
Yes, indeed.
Or at least watch the cinematic at the start.
It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge.
Hey Dee Dee, how you doing?
In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones.
Oh, I would love it if it panned out and she was only like 2 doors away from her doorstep. Like she could only make it 2 feet away. She could only walk about 2 feet before she collapsed, but she's got to do this epic journey.
The link of fire is threatened.
Have a good night, Dee Dee.
The bell tolls, unearthing the old Lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, Saint of the Deep. Farron's Undead Legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital.
That's me. That's my character. I get to play
The
that.
giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Oh, alright then. No Swift. I prefer to play this solo. I always did with the Dark Souls stuff. I know you can do a lot of the stuff like as a pair and stuff like that, but I always preferred to do the bosses by myself. I figured that was the natural way to do it. Name... Captain Wide Eyes. His eyes see what you cannot, or her. I normally go with a female character because I gotta look at that ass. Oh yeah. Right. Age, young, mature. Normally I go with the oldest character. Go for like the oldest character. Look at the oldest ass. This looks wrong just looking at it from the behind perspective. So where are your priorities? I pretty much always go with deprived. So I can build my character from that point. Plus I just kind of like it. It's edgy. I'll always be deprived and I'll just go with a big old 2-hand club. It's probably what I'm going to end up with. Burial Gift, I have no idea what these do. So I'm just going to go with whatever's basic. This is going to be a pretty basic playthrough. I'm not looking to do any sort of super special builds or anything like that. Or any special items to give me powerful buffs. It will just be me running around with a two-hand club smashing things for the most part. So I'll probably just go with the thing that gives me health. Face presets. So this is... Let's take a look at the face presets. Ah. I quite like that one. But we'll see what this one's like. Oh, that's not as good. Go back to that other one. I think that was it. There she is. Thing of beauty. I don't know what the hell's going on there. Okay. I like them to be as slim as possible. It's funny to see a bigger character. Oh, you got a big head. Large head. Probably the large head. Oh no, no. This is okay, yes. Changing gender will reset. Is this okay? No. Alright, we decided that. Voice. You can't hear the voice though. How'd you test it? Oh well. She's a muscular lady. Body hair? Well, okay. How do I move this? How do I move this more efficiently? Ah, you're telling me I've got to go right, left to right like this? Of all the Dark Souls games, this is probably the best in terms of the UI and interface. I can actually right-click and just go to back. But it's still so bad, these ports to PC. I can't use my mouse to drag that over. I've got to hold left-click and slowly wait for it to get to the maximum level. Dear goodness me. Well, we've all got to appreciate the chest. This is made for controllers. Yeah, but don't controllers do the same thing? Yeah. Thick. I'm trying to get these bits down and then I'll put the chest back up. Can't just click on things, no. Yeah, but wouldn't there be a button which is like maximum to the left or maximum to the right? Make everything else small. Please make her a princess. She is a princess. So that puts up the abdomen and the arms, but I've put them as low as they can go, and then I'm going to put the chest back up. She looked like she'd win in a fight, that's for sure. Of course, the head has to go be back. Have to be enlarged. Okay. Back. Changes will be discarded? No. So how do I say okay then? A. Oh, okay. Press A on the keyboard. Oh, wait, that doesn't work. Face skin color. Neon green is my favorite color. She's radioactive. Okay, that looks good. Yep, let's go with that. So, how do we set that? Done. Yeah? Good? Okay. Skin color. So you can change this, but I don't think we need to do any changes to this because I've pretty much just done that. Don't think that's going to change much. Nose bridge color, cheek color. Give her nice red cheeks, which we can clearly see. She finds life fun, and she just loves life in itself. So she's got to have some good laugh lines. There we go. So we can see that. That looks crystal clear. So that's all good. Let's go back. Face detail. So she needs to look as old as possible. This is not a sloth. And I feel offended by you implying it. This is my interpretation of a sloth. I'm not sure if this is making any difference to her at all. I just have to assume it is. Yeah, I can see her face changing a little bit now. She looks really weird there. Like it's forcing the feminine side. So if you had estrogen on crack, this is what it would look like. So we want a tiny nose. Nose to forehead ratio. I don't even know what that really means, but... I think that's increasing her forehead. Face protrusion. Gonna have that face sticking out. Dee Dee, this is you in 5 years' time. She looks like a witch now. I'm just joking. She get like really upset at me for that. Vertical face spacing. Found a witch. May we burn her? Actually, I think I want it the other way. I think that's making her chin stick out more the more I go left, but it's hard to tell. I don't think there's much change in there. You're not that old, Dee Dee. I mean, this lady, she's like 200 years old or something, isn't she? We need her to have a narrow face, but I want her eyes to be as wide as possible. You can change by 10. Right. RB. I don't know what RB is, though. What my equivalent is. If you know what the RB equivalent is for a keyboard, then let me know. Otherwise, backseat game. Ah, there you go. I hold shift. See, I can work it out myself. Ah, she looks all sad like that. I like them to look sad. Now this is the important bit. Is the eyes. She's trying to look at you. Oh yeah. She looks so sad. I need to be as wide as possible. Oh. Okay. That's the main thing, is the eyes stand out if you can't see much else. She has like no nose. Science has gone too far. This is what my daughter's going to look like in the future, if I have one. I'm going to use genetics to remove certain things, such as her happiness in life. Oh god. Nostrils. Oh wait, what are we doing here? I quite like how everything looks. Now she looks like an orc. She still has to have a small nose though. Oh, that is really gross. Like a cleft gone really wrong. Is this Warcraft 3 Reforged? That actually looks like a cat. She does! That looks like a cat's face. Meow. I like my women with full lips. As you can see. Now she looks like she's almost smiling. It's like she's got a grin. No, she looks happy. She doesn't look so screwed up anymore. See? My daughter is happy. Oh, look at those beautiful eyes. She's no longer sad. I've given her so much to live for. Now she looks like Thanos. Alright, I got an idea now. Oh, this is, what's her name? Gamora. This is what Thanos' daughter would really look like. Wait, I'm making her eyes. Yeah, we still need them wide. Actually, I don't like any of the changes I made in that one. I'm keeping that. I'm going back. Alright. So she's looking good there. Reset? Hell no. This is practically perfect. The only thing I want to go back is maybe change the skin color, but I'm scared that it might screw it up. Oh my god. It's even worse. So you monster! What did you do? What did you do? You know what she looks like? Now, this is an old school reference. See if anyone gets this. You know the original Stargate film? She looks like the alien just before it dies. When the explosion goes off and it goes all inverted in colour. I wanted to get more of a purple, but I'm struggling. There you go. She actually looks like she's got more of a face, though, if you make them. I think that looks quite fantasy. I don't want to, like, make it too bright, so you can't actually see the facial details. No, you can't get an emote of that face, but there is actually a new emote in the channel. I think that's more or less it. Oh, was it, hair and stuff now? I think we did that, so it's hair. Jesus. None of these... None of these are complimentary, are they? Oh, that is the worst. Harley Quinn. Monobrow. What happened to her hair? Yeah, her hair went weird. I thought I had it on I had it on pink. Oh my god. Hello, face palmer. She does not look well. She's seen some combat in life. What the fuck? That's not racist, is it? I hope not. I like the dot though. That's pretty racist. Well, yeah, but what am I supposed to do? Not have it? Now she looks like the god of war. If I could, I'd give her pink eye, but I think it's above my skill. Well, she looks like she's got measles there. Save. Save. That's a pretty girl. Boom. Yep, that's it. We're done. We're done. She is good to go. Finalize that beauty. This is the best version of a sloth. We should hopefully get a cutscene with her or something. She's looking hot there. I'm not sure if she looks happy anymore. Or if she looks sad. She's like somewhere in between. Or maybe she's just content with life. She just gets on with it. Okay. Ow! Ooga booga. Glad to see they still got the corpse mechanics. Q is lock on. Not for me, it ain't. It's take a potion. I changed my hotkeys, but I can't remember exactly what I changed them to, but I tried to make them similar to how I had it in Dark Souls 2. I think W is lock on for me, but I typically didn't like to use lock on. Yeah, W is lock on. But I prefer to maneuver around. Ow. Estus Flask. So what's that do? That swaps between two hand and one hand. What's the Ashen Estus Flask? Oh, it's magic. 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 I never really use magic. I don't know if I'm going to still use it. Behind an enemy, critical strike. I assume that was a critical strike. Oh, left and right mouse button is... There's a kick. Oh, there it is. It's left click. I like the kick. They took that out in Dark Souls 2, actually, didn't they? It was bad. LT is parry. Well, this is all wrong because it doesn't replace it with what your keyboard cutouts are wrong anyway. So I pretty much have to guess what most things are and then just work it out the hard way. This is a no-death run. So if I rest again here, it spawns the mobs, in my experience, but it will restore my Estus Flask. Okay. So there's a place down here. That's my second attack, that is. If I right-click... If I hold down right-click... I'll do that. I wish I had a shield, though, that I could practice my parry with. Have I tried the new Warcraft 3 map, Monster Master? Nope. You're obsessed with Digimon now. Oh, it's gonna... Yeah. I thought something was sneaky about that one in the back. Firebomb. This Ogre Magi is strong. It looks like an Ogre Magi. Am I playing with a controller? No, I don't play Dark Souls with a controller. I even bought a controller specifically way back for Dark Souls 1, but I didn't like how it felt. You gotta remember I'm a PC gamer. I've pretty much played only PC games. For the vast majority. So it still feels too alien to me to use a controller. It'd be the same equivalent of someone who used to playing pretty much only console games and then being told to use a keyboard and mouse. Looks like we're setting up for a boss. Can I has sword? Gundar. Gundabar. He's got a long reach. I dodged a few attacks, but I've got to take a bit more time to learn what his moveset is. You can kind of predict what some of those are, though. That's the first time coming across him, but because of Dark Souls, being experienced with it, I can already predict sort of like how some of his attacks are going to work. It's a good start. I want a big two-hand club already. Just skip me straight to a two-hand club. Ah. Still got me on that one. I couldn't get past. Okay. 46 health down. Ah, bugger. I stayed for too long. I could have done 2 hits there and got out. But he's doing something weird. I don't know what it is. How is he now? GG! I got a sword! Stop trying to take the Estus flask. I think we should change that hotkey. I used to have it on Q, I just gotta not press Q. Right. If I press ESC, and go to equipment and go to club. What happened to the sword? Hang. I thought I got a... Oh, it was an ember or something, was it? I thought it said coiled sword. Any way to check what the last dropped item was? Like, what did the guy just drop? As a quest item. The sword isn't a weapon. So where would I find it then? If it's in my inventory then. Coiled sword. Thrusting shrine bonfire to activate bonfire warp. So we could teleport to the other bonfire now, could we? No. Doesn't even give me the option of going back to the other bonfire. This looks a lot like Dark Souls 2, like a polished version of it. I wonder if it was based off the same engine or not. He was clever. As soon as I go for the other one, he gets to stab him. I want to push him off the edge. My camera angle went really weird there. I didn't even press anything for that. It was like trying to screw me over. Up we go. Good boy. Got first hit him. I think if you get too close, sometimes the camera sort of locks in. Looks good though so far. Some sort of secret in the back here. Or just another area. You can certainly get a bit lost in Dark Souls games. There's Ember. There's auto lock on in the settings, that might be screwing you over. I don't know if auto lock on is on. So I'll turn that off, yeah. Try it with that. Oh, okay. It's a little dog. It's a Resident Evil dog, that one. There's another ember. What are those embers for? Gain strength of flame, boosting health until death. So it's a temporary buff. Can't use it though.